Guys, this is not a drill. The Love Hypothesis movie cast has been announced, and I had to come here and talk to you about it because it has just been kind of crazy. The movie is being adapted by Amazon and is going to be directed by Claire Scanlon. So what is the Love Hypothesis? Love Hypothesis is a very famous book by Ali Hazelwood. It involves tropes such as fake dating and professor-student, but it's like legal and it's a grad student and a doctor. If you had never heard of it, you should probably go read it because it's a very good book. I really liked it when I read in 2023. It's pretty much a classic by now. And yeah, it's being adapted into a movie. When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. So, as a third-year PhD, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her in this situation. Convincing Anne that Olive is dating and well on her way to happily ever after was always going to take more than a hand-wavy Jedi mind tricks. Scientists require proof. So, like any self-respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. The man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. So she needs to convince her friend that she's not in love with her ex. They actually just went on a date, I think. And she needs to convince her friend about that. And then she kisses the first man that she sees because she told her friend that she was going to meet him or something like that. And yeah, so she needs to fake that this guy is her boyfriend, but he's like a professor on the university and he's just known for being like a shitty person. But a little bit of a spoiler right now. If you want, you can skip to this time frame, but he's actually in love with her since the moment he met her on a bathroom when she went to interview, I believe. I might be getting some details wrong because it's been a while, okay, from reading The Love Hypothesis. But he's like really into her and they start this fake relationship and he's really attractive. Now, the cast has been announced for the two main protagonists, Olive and Adam. And Olive is going to be played by Lily Reinhardt. She's known for Riverdale mostly. I don't think it's a wrong thing to say. She's just like for playing Betty on Riverdale, and I watched Riverdale like I think up to until season 3, and so I'm kind of familiar with it. I dropped it because it got kind of insane, but yeah. And now, who's playing Adam? Adam's going to be played by Tom Bickman, and that sparked a heated debate, at least as far as I am seeing on the comments, if he's really the correct guy to be playing Adam, because he's a really well-beloved character, okay? He's just, and I really liked him as well. He's just amazing. Ali really knows how to write a perfect man. It's insane. But yeah, now, Lily has also been getting a feel of the, I'm not going to say hate, but there's also been a bit of criticized towards her casting, as it always is. I mean, if you're following the Harry Potter casting drama right now, you know that there's always going to be drama about who is casted, who's the correct actor for the character. But yeah, its production is on, like, the production is going on as we speak. They are filming right now, and we still don't know when the movie is going to be released, but I'm going to take a shot and guess that it's going to probably be released next year because it's an Amazon movie. I don't think they need that long to... It's probably going to be filmed very quickly, and this is just me taking a guess here, but yeah, it's just a rom-com. It's probably going to be released next year, like... That's the wild guess here. Now, about the director. The director is called Claire Scanlon. Don't know how to pronounce her name correctly. But on her IMDb page, it reads that Claire directs single-cam comedies for both network and cable. She started her career editing documentaries for PBS and the Discovery Channel. After supervising post and producing Last Comic Standing, she joined The Office in its 5th season. After directing The Office, Claire transitioned over to directing full-time in 2013. Wow. So she's not a newbie on this. She has, she has a pretty solid career. But yeah, on The Office, she was an editor from season 5 and she directed 2 episodes. She directed many different episodes from series. She directed some episodes from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. She directed Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I really liked it. I really liked that show. She directed Miracle Workers. I'm just reading here. Acapulco, Unstable, Abbott Elementary. And she also directed a few movies, including Set It Up, which is a insane Glenn Powell and Zoe Dutch movie. And it's on Netflix, and I watched that when it came out in 2018. Wow, it's been long. Glenn Powell is like a different person on that movie. If you watch that, he's like not really at all what he is now. And I'm not saying like plastic surgery. I think his whole persona has changed since then. And when I watched that, I haven't watched that in quite a while, but when I watched that back then, I actually enjoyed it because I really love Zoe Dutch. Who doesn't? Like, she's amazing. Oh my god, I wanted to be her when I grew up so badly when I watched Vampire Academy. She's just the best. And so yeah, that's Claire Scanlon. She has a solid career. I don't think she's going to screw this up at all. She's very talented, and so yeah, I think she's going to do the book justice. Now, Amazon has adapted a few books, right? A few undermining it, but she has adapted Daisy Jones and the Six, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I'm just citing some Amazon originals here. Red, White, and Royal Blue, The Boys, My Lady Jane, which I love, Good Omens as well, The Idea of You, which is similar to Love Hypothesis if you think about it, because I think both of them started as fan fiction. Amazon has also a history of adapting books kind of well. Yeah, it really depends on who you ask, actually. But The Summer I Turned Pretty is very successful. Daisy Jones was pretty successful as well. And The Idea of You, also The Wheel of Time. Yeah, they are all very successful as far as I understand them to be. Lily, she actually did some movies after Riverdale. She did Look Both Ways, which I actually liked as well. Wow. David Cornsett was in this movie, I didn't know. He's the new Superman. And she's been having a pretty successful career since Riverdale. And the biggest complaint I've seen about her casting is that she's a blonde and she's really beautiful. And Olive was like an awkward, brown-haired scientist, like biologist. And so, yeah, I kind of see why that's being said. Because we were supposed to relate to Olive and Lily Reinhardt. She's just really beautiful, and yeah, it's hard to not see her being on relationships like Olive. You know what I'm saying? Being someone who blends in the crowd like Olive did, I suppose. Now for the Tom Bateman debate. I didn't know who he was up until seeing the video. This was the video that they chose to kind of announce him, I guess, as Adam. There's some things we need to talk about. Firstly, let's just talk about his career. He is, I think he has a solid career, but he's not very well known. He did Murder on the Orient Express, he did Death on the Nile, he did Snatched and Cold Pursuit. This is the projects that are being highlighted on his IMDb page. And so as you can see, he's not like that actor that you see and you're like, oh, from that movie, which I actually like, because we are reusing too many actors. Everyone who read the book expected a different casting for that character. But why? Well, The Love Hypothesis started out is known for starting out as a Reylo fan fiction. Okay, Reylo, I think I explained Reylo before in this channel, but Reylo is basically the ship between Rey Skywalker and Kylo Ren from the third Star Wars trilogy, episode 7, 8, and 9. And if you see the book cover, you can see why we were expecting Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey, and Adam Driver, who plays Kylo Ren, to be Olive and Adam. But honestly, I never thought Adam Driver would accept this casting, would like be into that. Oh my god, my nose. He probably was considered, and Daisy as well. But yeah, I just didn't see him doing that. And I think it's because probably him and Daisy, not Daisy, because Daisy was actually recently talking about making a new Rey movie or something. But I think Adam might want to distance himself from Kylo Ren, and doing that would just bring him right back, you know? But that again, that's just my perspective, my opinion, like seeing this. And so people were kind of disappointed that Adam Driver wasn't casted, or someone that looked like Adam Driver. So let me just read some comments here for you guys. Someone said, he'll have to convince me. Another person said, I'm seeing the vision. Another person said, that wasn't what I asked. This girl said, it is noticeable that there is a budget. Some people are recognizing him from behind her eyes. Another person said, oh, this is perfect casting. Someone said, he looks like he doesn't want to be there. Perfect Adam. And some people are just being mean about the casting choice. So yeah. And now let's go to the actual ironic thing here, is because Tom Bateman is Daisy Ridley's husband. So Daisy inspired the book, and now her husband is playing the male lead on the adaptation. So that's just very funny. And people are finding kind of iconic, ironic, and just, some people are celebrating. And I didn't know that. I firstly saw that he was casted. I was like, okay. I personally was like, that's not really what I imagined him as. Mostly because of the beard. And then I saw that he was her husband. And people were like, did they talk about it? Did they know? We probably know, right? This is just insane. Ellie Hazelwood is pretty much involved in the adaptation, and I believe her opinions are going to be respected. Ali has been discussed recently in a minor scandal where she said that she preferred Gale over Peeta when talking about the Hunger Games, and people were mad at her. I just thought of mentioning that because I think that's pretty funny. This is just the news that we have about the love hypothesis. What did you guys think about the casting? What are you expecting? I personally wasn't expecting much, and I'm just kind of disappointed with movie adaptations. I would probably prefer, if I were to pick myself, I'd probably pick someone else to play them. But then again, we're not in the room. And so I'll watch it because I really like the book, and let's see what they come up with. Maybe they dye her hair. It seems darker in the video, but maybe they will dye her hair. If you like book reviews, writing tips, sometimes I talk about movies here as well, consider subscribing, please, because I just started this channel, but I'm really excited about it. I'll keep up with this love hypothesis adaptation here, and let's see what we get. I should also mention I'm reading Hurricane Wars, and it's another book that is actually Reylo inspired. So I'm reading that with Daisy and Adam Driver in my mind. Just thought of mentioning that because, yeah, I just started that after finishing Atmosphere. Would you guys like a video about Atmosphere? I'm considering making it. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.